Hello everyone, it's Jenifer Miller for Jesse James Beads. We're going to be making a bracelet using, I think we're just going to use the Dorothy and Tornado mix. I had thought that I might have wanted to use the Witch of the North, but I'm just going to stick with this little bead mix here. So this one's going to go off to the side for another project. Look at this little package of beads. It is packed with beads, round beads, shaped beads. We have crystal spacers and rondelles and so many items. What I like to do is I like to line it all out. I'm going to make a symmetrical bracelet. And I like to lay out all of my beads just to make sure that I'm going to have enough for both sides. And this is also too where I decide if I want to make a change in my design. So I'm going to go ahead and get to organizing and I'll come right back. Here we are. I have everything all laid out. Here's the tools we're going to use with the exception of the magical crimper. I failed to leave that out of the skit. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is use a head pin, and we need to make some wire wrap loops on these little black beads. They're little black faceted beads, and they are so cute. I'm going to come in with my round nose pliers, form the wire over that top barrel, rotate my wrist, and push that tail to the back, and then get that loop all nice and centered so that we can do some wire wrapping. I'm going to grab my chain nose pliers, lock that in place, get that all replaced, and then bring in a second pair of pliers to do the wrapping. I don't have very strong fingers, so I do like to use the second pair of pliers, especially with these strong bead-along head pins that you could get at jessijamesbeads.com. There we go. And we're going to now just trim off the tail there because we don't need it. And we're going to come in with our pair of pliers, or two pairs of pliers, and we're going to tuck in just that itty bit of end that doesn't get flush with the wraps. And there we have. So here's one, and we need to make two more. So I'm going to make two more, and I'll be right back. All right, so now we have our three. We're going to bring in some jump rings, and I have some small, they're like 5mm jump rings, and we're going to make just a small cluster to go in the middle of the bracelet. I'm going to grab one of the dangles and close up the jump ring. And then we're going to grab a second jump ring, the same size. We're going to grab the 5mm, and we are going to open up this jump ring. We are going to pass that through the jump ring that has the one dangle. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take the last two dangles and add them to each side of the jump ring. And then we'll add the second one before we close this jump ring up. And there we have it. Now what we want to do is we want to take the larger jump ring, and I think this other jump ring is probably about 8mm, maybe 7, and we're going to open this up, and this is what we're going to attach to the bracelet. And the reason why I grabbed the larger jump ring is so that it can fit over those small black beads. However, though, the design changes. So there we have it. Now what I want to do is we're going to bring in some beading wire, and I am going to use this gorgeous white Soft Flex medium wire. And I'm going to add 3 beads on the end, and the reason why I do that is in case I need length, then they're on the end, and these little 3 beads are perfect because then I can pull them off. And here's a spoiler alert. I do end up pulling 2 of the beads off from each side because the bracelet was so large when I first did this. So now we're going to go ahead and add our little component here. And as you'll see, I left off that black bead. So the black bead is gone. And now our little component's going to sit in between the 2 frosted beads. So I am going to finish stringing up, and I will come right back. So we're back, and I'm just adding that last bead, and I already know that I'm not going to use those other 2. Now what we need to do is add on our hardware. So I am going to use actually an extender chain, and this is Jessie James Beads. That is a paper clip chain. And I have some 2x2 crimp tubes, and I have some wire guardians. So I'm going to add a 2x2 crimp tube. Then we're going to put on a wire guardian so that we can protect the wire, because I am going to string the paper clip chain as my extender directly on to the bracelet. If I can get this put through the little loop there on the wire guardian. Then I'm going to pass this back through, and before I do any crimping of that crimp, I want to add my extender. Now what I can do is go ahead and pass that back through the crimp tube. Then what we're going to do is we are going to get this all nice and positioned. Then we're going to bring in the magical crimper. Magical crimper only has one well, and so what it does is it actually, the first little squeeze down actually forms a little square with the four corners pinched. Then you turn it on its side and give it another squeeze. And when you do that, you're now starting to form your bead-like finish. And so then you just turn that around and you just keep on squeezing while you still feel tension, where you still feel tension from that 2x2 crimp tube. And once you are all done, you're going to have this, look at that beautiful bead-like finish. Then we're going to trim off the end, and then we'll go over to the other side. So now that we have the other side done, I'm going to trim off the end because we're working from the spool. Then I have to remember I've got to take off those two beads from that other side. So we're going to take off those beads. And now I am not going to crimp my lobster clasp directly to the bracelet. I am just going to add it with a jump ring. And the reason why I do that is just in case the lobster clasp malfunctions, if I have it attached directly to my bracelet, I have to take that bracelet completely apart in order to get it functional again. By doing it this way and just adding the lobster clasp with a jump ring, it just saves so much later on. Now, have I ever had to do that? No, I've never had to do it because all of my lobster clasps, none of them have ever malfunctioned. But there we have there, and of course, very minimal waste. And we are going to just add our lobster clasp with our jump ring. And then we're going to be done with this project. This was a fun little project, and I love when you could take a bead mix and make an entire piece with the bead mix, and I still have leftovers from this mix that I can use for another project. And here we go as we tighten that all up nice and neat, and now we have a beautiful little bracelet. Have a wonderful day and happy beading.